24th of March, 2021. And we are, just a little of us here, this is Whale Key. We're coming around Whale Point. We're making our turn toward the Northwest Channel, which leads on to the Great Bahama Bank. More on that later. We weighed anchor from Alder/Frozen Key this morning around 7 a.m. just after, just before sunrise. And we had just light winds. We've been tacking into light winds all morning. And finally we've picked up about 8-10 knots here, and it's come more southeast, so we're on a beam reach now. So it's nice sailing. We're making decent progress. Now from where we're at, it's about 20 miles to the Northwest Channel. That'll lead us onto the bank. Now, what exactly the plan is, I'm not sure. Assuming this wind holds, we'll go all the way to the Northwest Channel, we'll get on the bank, and then most likely anchor once we come onto the bank. There's just to the north, there's a shoal there, and probably just anchor behind that shoal. And spend the night there, and then cross the bank tomorrow when we have daylight. We're going to cross it, we'll come to the Russell Beacon, and then cross it to South Riding Rock. We did that one a couple of years ago. And but it'd be much nicer to do that passage in the daytime. So that's the general plan right as of now. Of course, it depends what this wind does. So at any rate, yeah, it's just beautiful sailing out here. And this passage is sort of like becoming the Odyssey. You know, we're going in and out of islands and anchorages here, and not much in the way of life. There is a sailboat that's actually sailing over there. We've seen some sport fishes, but for the most part, there's no life. Just these remote islands and the sea and the sky. So it kind of feels like something out of Homer. And no big sea monsters, so that's good. Anyway, that's where we're at, and we'll check in with you all again tomorrow and see where we're at.
Well, on second thought, I think I'm going to put into the small anchorage behind Chub Cay for the night, which is about 14 miles from the Northwest Channel, so not too far. Presently, it's around 4 in the afternoon, and it's about 15 miles to the Northwest Channel, which means I probably would not get there until right around sundown. And I really don't like the idea of sailing up onto the bank and onto that shallow water after dark. So we'll put into this nice anchorage for the night. Notice I have my yellow Q flag back up, so we're just going to stay on the boat. Look at the color of this water. It looks like I'm sailing on a swimming pool here. I think the Bahamas must have some of the most beautiful water anywhere I've seen in the world. And so the following morning, we are up at the crack of dawn here, hoisting sail, preparing to weigh anchor. And now we are weighing anchor. The marked channel leading out of the anchorage is actually quite narrow, but there's decent water outside of it, so I'm just going to ease the sheets and bear away and exit on the wrong side of the channel. The reason being is I have a whole convoy of sport fishing boats coming up behind me. they're all headed out to the fishing banks for the day. I prefer to stay out of their way. So we're getting close to the bank here. You can see this is where all the sport fishes are hanging out. This is where all the fish are. It's also why we saw the dolphins here. They're all after the same thing. So here we go. You can see the water is changing color. And we're getting into some chop here. This is because the bottom's shoaling up. And the chart warns you it can get pretty choppy here. So and you can see right off our port bow, that's the beacon that marks the entrance. That marks the Northwest Channel. Oh, a forlorn little beacon there. The water's definitely getting flatter as we're getting onto the bank here. And then all of a sudden the wind dies. And that's about how much water we got under the keel for the entire 40-mile run across the Great Bahama Bank. And it puts the hairs up on the back of the neck of any sailor to be in such shallow water. But as I'm told, pilots have a saying, trust your instruments. And so that will do. Approaching South Riding Rocks. Got about 6-7 miles to go before we exit into the deep water of the Straits of Florida. We're still on the bank here at midnight. Right now it's a little after 1 in the morning on the 26th of March 2021. And so not too much longer now, and then we're in the deep water. And then we're just going to head on Deep Broad Reach, which is going to put us basically on a westerly heading, which will come in due west of here, will put us considerably south of Biscayne and Miami. However, it won't be long. I found last time you only get out about 5 miles into the deep water and you're already getting a northerly push from the Gulf Stream. And so we're going to get swept quite a bit north by the Gulf Stream, and that's mainly why I chose this southern route across the bank rather than exiting at North Rock, where you're already a little north of Miami, and fighting that Gulf Stream current is really something. Yeah, we got a dolphin around us. Where'd he go? There he is. Well, he's holding his breath a long time. Is that a dolphin or is that a shark? So there's the number 2 red, number 1 green. So we enter the old Florida Channel. It's a little after 3 in the afternoon, so hopefully we'll be anchored down a little after 4, around 4. And
current is slight, so it's hard to tell. Thanks for watching your wake. So we crossed the Straits of Florida overnight and into this morning. And now we're just making our final approach into the anchorage just outside of No Name Harbor off Key Biscayne.
We had a Southern Cross.
Ah,
We met you in 2016. We came up to you and said, hey, we had a Southern Cross.
ah,
78.
yeah. Well, I submitted my entrance request on CBP using the CBP Rome app and just got an email. It's been approved. You and your reporting group are now cleared to enter the U.S. Your clearance number. And a subscriber stopped by and left me a cold beer. All's well that ends well, huh?